Fever TV audience cools without Clark, but remains elevated, folks. It remains elevated. Nothing compares to the Caitlin Clark effect, but the Indiana Fever still drew an elevated TV crowd in her absence. Give yourselves a round of applause.
The Indiana Fever just played a game without their superstar Caitlin Clark. And the ratings? Surprisingly strong. Let's break down what that means for the Fever, the WNBA, and Clark's massive impact on the game. Indiana Fever's rising star. Caitlin Clark has been sidelined with a left quad strain, an injury expected to keep her off the court for at least 2 weeks. And make no mistake, this is a big loss. Clark isn't just a scorer. She's the team's primary playmaker, leader, and engine on the floor. Her absence was obvious during the Fever's May 28th game against the Washington Mystics. The offense looked less fluid, the spark was missing, and they ended up taking the L. May 20th, Clark playing, 581,000 viewers. May 28th, Clark out, 357,000 viewers. Now let's talk viewership. Yes, there was a drop. Without Clark on the court, the game drew 357,000 viewers on NBA TV. That's down about 39% from the 581,000 who tuned in for the May 20th game against the Atlanta Dream, which Clark did play in. But here's the twist. Even with that drop, the Fever Mystics matchup.
After the Fever fans and say, guess people are fans no matter who plays. Fever Mystics on NBA TV averaged 357,000 viewers, making it the 10th most viewed WNBA game on NBA TV.
Became the 10th most watched WNBA game on NBA TV ever. That's impressive, especially considering Clark wasn't even in the building. This tells us two big things. First, Caitlin Clark's impact is massive. She doesn't just bring in casual fans. She moves the needle like few athletes in sports today. Second, her influence is building something bigger. Fever fans are starting to show up regardless of whether Clark is on the court. The WNBA is growing, and Clark's presence is a rising tide that's lifting the whole league. Let's not forget, the most watched WNBA game ever on NBA TV? That was Caitlin Clark versus the Las Vegas Aces back in September 2024, drawing a whopping 678,000 viewers. So yes, viewership dips when Clark is out. But the fact that her absence still results in a top 10 broadcast tells us that interest in the WNBA and in the Indiana Fever is here to stay.